Like, this is a really good technique to be able to gently apply the foundation to your face, let it melt with your the room temperature of your fingers. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Krissy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Krissy. I do all things beginner makeup, makeup hacks, makeup tips, affordable makeup reviews, etc. So if you're loving all of that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload new videos. If you're a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you some makeup tips and tricks on how to get a flawless base. If you're new to makeup, girl, keep watching. Before I apply any makeup to my face, I like to allow for my skincare to sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes. You want to make sure that everything is set and is settled into your skin before applying any makeup or anything to your face. This will actually prevent any separation. Next, I like to go in with a primer. Now, a primer is going to be the foundation for your makeup. It's going to give you that longevity. It's just going to really give you a flawless base. And if you have oily skin, a mattifying primer is more suitable for you. If you have dry skin, more hydrating. And if you have combination skin, what I like to do is use a mattifying primer and a hydrating primer. That way you can target both the oily side of your skin as well as the dry. After you apply your primer, I would make sure that you allow your primer to sit again for at least 5 minutes before applying any makeup product to your face. So we're gonna move into hyperpigmentation, color correcting any of your flaws, dark circles. It's very crucial that you use a color correcting, especially if you have hyperpigmentation, dark circles, any past acne scars. This is going to neutralize the darker areas on the face before you apply your foundation. So for me, I like to use an orange corrector. This is going to neutralize the darkness for my darker skin tone. A red corrector is going to neutralize a darker skin tone. And if you're light to medium, you're going to use a peach corrector. For me, I like to correct the darker parts of my face only. So only the darkness under my eyes or any spots. You don't want to pack on a lot of the corrector because you don't want this to transfer through to your concealer or your foundation at all. So you definitely want to keep it light. Okay, so this is what it should look like. And you guys, to be honest, I'm really not liking the e.l.f. color corrector right now. It's kind of separating under my eye. I'm just not really liking it. So one corrector that I would highly suggest is the LA Girl Pro Conceal Corrector. Those are my favorite. I also like the Libre Tinted, their little multi-hue sticks. I will have everything tagged down below. I'm not really feeling this one right now, and I may need to play with it a little bit. So now it's time to move into our base, which is going to be foundation. The foundation is just going to set the tone for your whole makeup. Listen, honey, I love a good full face base, especially if I have the right foundation. And for me, I like to apply my foundation. With my fingers first, and then we're going to blend out with a brush. I feel like this is a really good technique to be able to let it melt with your the room temperature of your fingers. Let it melt into your skin. I rarely ever use beauty blenders, and if I do, it's just because I don't have a clean brush, or my sponge or my velour puffs are just not on side or in front of me. So I promise, if you guys try this technique, especially if you're wanting to wear like less makeup, just take a little bit and just start working it in with your fingers first. Work it in, work it in. You really don't even need that much foundation. You're just gonna use your fingers. It's gonna melt into the skin like butter, and then you can just lightly tap over with your foundation brush. I feel like a foundation brush is ideal to really get the product in. You guys know TooFaced foundation has to oxidize. Oxidize meaning that it contains titanium dioxide and iron oxides, which are properties within that foundation that will make your foundation look orange before it settles. So say if you have like an apple or banana and you open it up and you let it expose itself to the air, it's oxidizing. That's pretty much all this is. Once it settles into the skin, then you're good. You're good as gold. Okay, so do you see that? I only used that little bit that I put with my fingers, and you guys, that's all you need. One little makeup tip that I love to do is I like to spray my face with a setting spray. This is the MAC Fix Prep and Prime setting spray. I like to use this, you guys, and spray it in between each layer of your makeup. Literally, it'll keep your makeup looking flawless throughout the day. You won't have any separation. This is my go-to. First of all, I've gone through so many bottles. This is my go-to to just kind of refresh and reset the face, and just, like I said, in between to get that gorgeous, like flawless base that you're looking for. So I want to go over baking versus setting the under eye. I feel like this is a big thing, especially, you know, when people are wanting to learn how to apply makeup or do makeup. And setting your under eye versus baking your under eye, like over here, are two different things. And I want to show you the proper way and technique on how to do it to get a flawless out. When I want to set my under eye, I'm just going to use either a translucent setting powder closer to my skin tone, or for me, I love the Prisme Libre by Givenchy. This is a really good setting powder because it's a corrective setting powder. So it's going to correct my under eye, especially if you have like dark circles or any hyperpigmentation under your eyes. This is great for that. So when you're going to set your under eye, I like to use a velour puff, and I'm going to lightly tap into the product. Then I'm going to tap out any excess on the back of my hand. Then we're going to lightly set under our eyes. That is setting the under eye. You're really getting under the eyes. If you have fine lines, you're really getting in and you're setting those fine lines before you actually bake. So you don't always have to bake after you set. You can just set and be done with your makeup look. Now, when it comes to baking under the eye, I know a lot of us brown, dark-skinned girls, we love a good banana powder, honey. I can tell you, I love it too. So what I would highly suggest is that if you're going to use a banana powder, that the banana powder is deeper in shade and not light. Normally, a banana powder is suitable for your, I would say, medium to tan skin tones. So if you are going to use a banana powder, just make sure it's darker in tone. It's more rich, a rich banana powder. Otherwise, you can use a caramel shade. That would be super suitable and flattering under our eyes. And when you're going to bake, you're just going to lightly press it under your eyes, and you're gonna let it sit there for about 3 to 5 minutes to bake. And you don't have to just bake under your eyes. You can bake your chin. Some people bake the side of their face. You can bake your forehead. Let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes and you're literally done. Now, I do want to say baking is not for all skin types. If you have oily skin, baking is perfect for you. It's going to help minimize those oils and keep your face looking soft and filtered throughout the day. If you have dry skin, I wouldn't really bake unless you're just lightly baking. But honestly, dry skin, I wouldn't bake. I just wouldn't, because I mean, you already have dry skin. Okay, so now that we've set and we've baked our face, we're going to go through and we're going to set the rest of our face, because I didn't set the rest of my face here. So I like to use a pressed setting powder closer to my skin tone when setting my face. It is so important to use a powder that's closer to your skin tone, because if not, you will set yourself up for your makeup oxidizing and turning gray or turning a color that you really don't want it to turn. So use a setting powder as closer to your skin tone. Now, if you want a light set around the face, you can use a brush and lightly go around the face, or if you want more of a full set, you can use the velour puff that we used earlier. Yes, girl, we are not wasting any brushes over here, okay? And just lightly tap the powder in just to set. Okay, so next we're gonna get into bronzing the face. Now, the purpose of bronzing your face is to add warmth to the face. You know, where the sun hits you in the summertime and gives you that nice sun-kissed glow, that's where you want to bronze. So I'm going to be using the One Size Made for shade, honey. This is our Bronze and Sculpt Trio. This is my holy grail, okay? And we're going to lightly just bronze our face in a 3 formation, adding warmth to the face. Okay, and lastly, I have one little trick for applying blush. It is my favorite. I feel like it gives you the perfect blush. It adds the perfect blush to your face without messing up the shape of your cheeks and your face. It just gives you the perfect blush placement for your cheeks. So for me, I like to smile and lightly tap the blush on my face. And it just gives you the proper blush placement. So all you're doing is smiling and placing the blush. And stay smiling. And you're still gonna get that lifted like look that you're wanting. If you want more of a lifted look, definitely. And if you want more of the blush on the apples of the cheek, you would just take it across here, still smiling, and work the product in. Okay, so that's gonna conclude today's videos. I hope these makeup tips and tricks help you out on your makeup journey. If you are a beginner in makeup, like I said, these tips, oh my gosh, they will help you so much get a flawless base and just you'll be a pro at no time, girl. Okay, listen, you're gonna be a professional. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell so you are notified every time I do upload new videos, you guys. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, loves.